Hello everyone, welcome back. So now we're going to use another tool. We're going to stay in the Java world and we will be able to explore further and eventually we'll even be able to recompile what we do here. But if we go to our instructions, the instructions are asking us to create a new directory of the home directory. So I'm just going to do the Windows way using the navigator. So I go to Tamer, and if you look at the instructions, it's asking you to create directory called simple app in lowercase. So I'm just going to go ahead and see, can I create a folder, and I'm calling it simple app in lowercase. That's what it says, the directions. Now it's asking you to use the terminal to do that. You can use the terminal if you want to, or you can do it this way. The next thing is going to ask you, if you go to the instructions, I'm looking at the second part of the instructions that is called using the APK tool. And step one is to create that simple app directory. And the next step is to copy the simple app.apk into there. But if you recall, earlier during the project, we copied this simple app right here into the Tamer folder. So I wasn't sure why they wanted us to do that. And when I look at the rest of your instructions, I don't see any use for this. Maybe they made a mistake. Maybe they meant to create that simple app directory and put it there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag it in there, just like you do with Windows and your Mac. Instead of copy and all that, I got it all the way there, right? So it's sort of like the same as copy. From now on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the command as explained in the instructions. So I'm going to use this terminal that I already have open, and I'm going to go to the home directory with cd tilde pwd. You see I'm on my home directory, just like in the instructions. And if you go to step number 3 of that section I'm referring to, the APK Tool section, step number 3 is going to ask us to run this command Java and -jar, like that. And then and here it's going to pick up on the APK Tool. So we're going to point to the location of the apk tool.jar. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the same as I'm asked in your instructions. Although there are a couple other ways to do this, I'm just going to leave it alone for now. And I'm just going to go and say /opt. Just do the same thing that you're being asked to do. Arsenal /binary. Just be careful typing here. No extra spaces, no uppercase, lowercase mistakes. It has to be identical, exactly as shown in your instructions. So where am I? Arsenal binary, then apk tool.jar, right? And then it says D. So let's just do D, just like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and type the file that it applies to. In the instructions, now I'm going to make an exception here. In the instructions, it's asking us to do dot / and then simple app.apk. But you don't really need to do dot and /. You can just go ahead and put the name of the file, which is simple app.apk. Okay, so I'm about to run that, and it is pointing to the did I? Oh, no. I need to change directory to the simple app. So let me do this. Let me just make my life a little bit easier. Let's see if it works. So I'm going to copy and paste this. Copy. And I'm not going to execute that. I missed a step, everybody. I missed a step. So if you do ls, it's asking us to go to that simple app directory first. Simple app directory here. And as you can see, that's where I have my simple app. So now I'm going to do Control V, or let's see if it works. Control it didn't work. Now paste works. So everything that I typed before came back, so I didn't lose any time typing. So I hope you're following what I'm doing, right? I am pointing to the simple app folder. I wasn't before. I made a mistake a few seconds ago. But I corrected it. I didn't run the command. I have to be in this folder. Why? Because the simple app.apk is sitting here, as you can see right above. ls, and all you see is one file called simple app. You can also see it right here. I'm pointing to the simple app subdirectory, and there is only one file called simple app.apk. What I'm going to do is run this java-jar, then a pointer to the APK Tool.jar, and then a D is a switch that it's asking us to do. I'm just following the instructions. It wraps around. I didn't type any enters, character, new line breaks, or anything like that. I just kept on typing simple app.apk, and in your window you can see that it just wrapped around. And now I'm going to hit enter. And it does exactly what it shows in your instructions. It created a bunch of things. And if I look at, well, let's look at both. I can go back and look at this Windows Run Navigator, and you can see the simple app folder right here. Or I can also stay here on the terminal and do ls, and then you see that simple app folder right there. It's the same thing, right? So now we can explore what's in there. So I can do it. I'm going to do it both ways for you. I can do cd to that simple app, not that apk, just simple app, because that's the name of the folder, and enter, and I'm there now, and ls, and I see some things happened. Same thing, I'm going to do it from the navigator, so a simple app. And you can see that there is an XML file and a YML file, and there are some resources that we'll be exploring. Okay, there are a few things that we can explore, but for now, if I go to the instructions again, right, it's going to ask us to explore that XML file. Now, let's pause and make a point here. Let me go here. This Android manifest.xml file is a file that you will find in every Android app. It's an XML file with a lot of information about your app, and every app has one of them. So now we were fortunate enough to do reverse engineering to see this file, so that we can see this file now. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop the recording right here. We're past 8 minutes, and we leave it at the accomplishment of doing this reverse engineering on simple app by creating a new subdirectory called simple app. And that simple app has a bunch of things that we can explore, one of which is the Android manifest.xml file. And in the next recording, I'm going to come back and explore what's inside that Android manifest.xml. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Take care.